Hello, beautiful soul. Something is about to be revealed. What I keep hearing very strongly is what was hidden cannot stay hidden forever. For some of you, this message is connected to truth finally surfacing around betrayal, manipulation, deception, cruelty, or harm that was done behind closed doors. For others, this is about clarity arriving after confusion, the mask slipping. And as the mask is slipping, the truth is becoming undeniable. The energy shifting so strongly that people can no longer hide behind illusion. And before we go deeper, Spirit wants to speak very carefully about karma. Because many people misunderstand karma as revenge. But karma is not emotional revenge. Karma is energetic consequence. Karma is the return of what was created through choices, actions, and intention. And when someone intentionally inflicted bodily harm, emotional destruction, fear, abuse, or suffering onto others without remorse, they created a severe energetic imbalance. Now, I want to say something important. The reading is not encouraging hatred. This reading is not encouraging violence, obsession, or wishing harm onto anyone. But Spirit is saying very clearly, no action leaves consequences unresolved. No action leaves consciousness untouched. When people repeatedly choose cruelty, manipulation, violence, or harm, they separate themselves further from peace, alignment, stability, and divine order. Eventually, the energy they created begins collapsing inward, and many of these individuals experience what feels tenfold, not because the Most High is cruel, but because the consequences compound. Pain spreads, fear spreads, chaos spreads, and eventually they become trapped inside the very energy they projected outward. So Spirit keeps saying, you don't need to keep becoming consumed by revenge in order for divine justice to exist. Because some of you have carried deep anger, grief, fear, or trauma from what was done to you or to people you love. But this message is saying the truth is surfacing, the masks are weakening, and divine order is already moving behind the scenes. The energy around this reading feels extremely intense. And for many of you, the revelation is not only external, it's internal. You are finally seeing clearly. You are no longer romanticizing harmful behavior. You are no longer exercising disrespect. In your life and in the lives of others. You are also no longer excusing disrespect. And you are no longer questioning your intuition the way you once did. Interesting. Something inside you has awakened. Spirit keeps repeating, what was confusing before is becoming obvious now. For some, this revelation comes through a conversation, a confession, someone slipping up, intuition becoming undeniable, dreams, sudden distance, exposed lies, karmic consequences unfolding publicly, patterns finally making sense. But the deeper message is this. The revelation is happening so you can finally release yourself from emotional bondage. Because many of you have stayed spiritually tied to situations long after your soul already knew the truth. And now, the Most High is clearing the fog. Beautiful soul, do not fear what is being revealed. Truth may feel uncomfortable at first, but truth restores freedom. What is false cannot survive forever in divine light. What was hidden is surfacing because your next season requires clarity. And for those who inflicted pain onto others without conscience, Spirit is saying no one escapes themselves forever. The energy people create eventually becomes the environment they live inside of. That is karma. Not revenge, not obsession, not hatred, consequence. And consequences will find you because it's the law of cause and effect. That is the law of karma and the law of justice, all the same law. Your guidance now is, my beautiful soul, do not become consumed by watching people fall. Do not build your future around their destruction. Let divine justice belong to the Most High. Your focus now is your healing, your peace, your protection, your future, your nervous system, your joy returning, and your life opening again. Because something is about to be revealed, but the greatest revelation may be revealing how powerful your intuition truly was all along. So if this reading found you, let this be your confirmation. The truth is rising. Chichinera. Go after what you desire in this life. Know that it's coming to you, and know that what you are seeking is seeking you as well. So the mask is slipping, and the cycle is ending, and clarity is coming. You don't need to force it. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to obsess over revenge. What is done in darkness eventually meets light. And what is aligned with truth will survive the revelation. If this message resonated, comment truth always rises. And as always, beautiful soul, protect your peace, trust your discernment, and let the Most High handle what no longer belongs in your hands and in your life.